There's a lot that has to happen before a board goes into a piece of furniture and ultimately in your home. Reclaimed boards don't go straight from the barn into your table or vanity or whatever it is you're making with it. First step in the process is removing all the nails. This is a tedious task, but it must be done. Pulling nails is a lesson in simple physics. You have a lever arm, the pry bar, a fulcrum, the bend in the pry bar where it meets the board, and you have an applied force, basically your arms. Now, there's a lot of tools that can be used to remove nails from the boards, but the most basic and common are a good hammer, like this one I picked up in Germany so you know it's good, a solid pry bar made out of steel, and nail puller pliers. I like to use a scrap piece of wood between the board and the pry bar. This will actually give you a little more leverage, as well as prevent any unwanted dents that may be put in the board from the pry bar. The nails tend to go flying and make quite a mess, so a nice magnet is a good thing to have around for cleanup. There are many different types of bugs that make their homes in these old boards. First of which, termites. Everybody knows them, everybody fears them. But I also come across some other ones, such as powder post beetles, carpenter ants, and even carpenter bees. There are a few methods that can be used to eliminate these little wood eaters. A kiln is the most surefire way to kill the wood boring bugs immediately. With a kiln, what you're doing is raising the core of this reclaimed wood up to about 140 degrees and leaving it there for at least 60 minutes. These will actually doing this will kill the bugs themselves that are alive, as well as the larvae. The problem is, kilns aren't cheap, and they're not easily accessible for most of us. So, I must rely on a pesticide. There's a few different products out there on the market. Timbor is one, but I actually go with BoraCare. I choose BoraCare over Timbor because BoraCare actually soaks and penetrates into the wood where Timbor just goes on the surface. BoraCare is mixed with water and sprayed onto the boards, so it's an easy application. The pesticide soaks in and is effective up until 2 inches into the boards. BoraCare actually works in much the same way as Decon does on mice. The treated wood must be ingested by the bug in order to kill it. So a larvae is not going to die until it hatches and begins to feed on this treated lumber. On a good note, once applied to the wood, BoraCare is completely harmless to humans. And where a kiln doesn't have any way of preventing reinfestation, BoraCare is actually effective for up to 25 years once it's in the wood. After the boards have been denailed and treated for bugs, they get separated into their species. I get a lot of pine, so I got my 1-inch pine boards in a stack, my 2-inch pine boards in a stack, and then I get some other ones. I get some oak, I get some poplar, which I keep separated. I also have a little pile of American chestnut. Once a project's ready to be built, it's time to select and clean the boards for use. Just like treating for bugs, there's a lot of different methods for cleaning a board as well. One way you can do it is to use a pressure washer. Now this removes nearly all the dirt, and the problem is that a lot of the patina gets removed as well. That's why I kind of stay away from the pressure washer, as I want to keep as much of the character and patina as I can. A second way is to use some sort of wire brush. There are a lot of powered options, as well as just a manual handheld wire brush. What I'm using here is a simple brush that you can get from Home Depot that attaches to your drill. My preferred method to cleaning a board is to use a handheld belt sander and just run it over the surface of the wood with light to little pressure. Now I'm only using an 80 grit because, again, I don't want to remove a lot of the patina and the character of the boards. I just want to remove the dirt and the grime. Now, I don't typically use the wire brush method, since most of the lumber that I reclaim are softwoods like pine, and the wire brush has a tendency to tear out and really scratch the heck out of the surface of the wood. That's why I go with the belt sander. It just leaves a better finish in the end. So, if any of you are planning to use reclaimed lumber in a project, or thinking of buying a piece of furniture made with reclaimed wood, I hope this information will help you understand all that needs to go into the board before it actually gets used on a piece. And as always, if you have any questions, please comment below, press the like button, and share with your friends, family, and we'll see you on the next one.